Overwatch is here! Yes! Hey, what's up? This is your boy, Big Doula, here from the Lorekings, and like many of you, I've spent the last couple of days grinding on Overwatch. How do you like it so far? What's your favorite things that you like so far? Let me know, put it down in the comments. So my top 3 things right now that I love about the game are, number 1, the diversity of character play. Now there's so many different types of characters in this game, so many different types of play styles. If you can't find a character that fits your play style, 1, you probably just haven't played it enough, or 2, you just stink at the game. You stink at games, right? If you can't find somebody that you can gravitate to and you can get behind and you can play with, that's on you, man. This game is fun, it's exciting, it's invigorating, it has everything. It kind of pumped in some new energy into the FPS. We've started to see customization. We've started to see people try and do different things here as it gotten kind of stale in the last couple of years. But this was really the first movement forward to having a different type of game. Now I know a lot of people would say Team Fortress was very similar to this, and I agree, but not on this scope. 21 different play styles. Truly amazing. Second thing I just liked the different classes. Now it's different just to have different characters within each class. So you can have, if you like to play ranged, but one time you want to play ranged tank, you can do that. You can play ranged healer, you can do that. Ranged damage, ranged everything. If you want to play up close, you can play up close as a tank. You can play up close as a healer. You can play up close as damage. I just love the fact that they have those systems in place so that you can get into the game. You can get it. Not only that, you have different levels of characters. Some characters are easier to play with, some characters are harder to play with. But you can find what you like and you can go ahead and you can play it. You can go out there and just do it. I didn't mean to sound like the dude. I didn't mean to sound like him when I said it, but this game is just so exciting, right? I've been playing it like a madman, right? So, and the third thing is a point it's kind of like touched on, but just the fact that they have characters representing like all the major game countries. That is a great nod to gamers around the world. Like, look, we know you play games down in Australia, you got 2 characters. We know you play games in Brazil, we got you. We know you play games in Europe, we got you. In Russia and everywhere else. The fact that they have characters from everywhere just shows the amount of time that they spent putting in the work to create this wonderful game. Well constructed, play style is great. It's going to lend itself to having expansion characters, expansion boards, all different types of other things. And I know one of the biggest criticisms that came up this week was there was no single player campaign. And how I thought about that was this: I'm not comparing this to a Titanfall just because it's an FPS. I'm comparing this to, say, a Street Fighter. Now, in Street Fighter, there's no real single player campaign, but there's all these different characters, all these diverse fighting styles and ways to fight and participate. And in Street Fighter, you fight against characters that you probably shouldn't be fighting against as compared to the lore. Same thing with Overwatch. And I feel like I'm seeing it through that lens, the Street Fighter lens, the Tekken lens, and not the FPS lens, because they gave you so much diversity in each character and across the board. That's where I feel like if you're gonna come with just a multiplayer game, give us something as deep as this. Because on the outset, Overwatch does not seem like a deep game. It seems very shallow until you get into it, until you start playing, and then you're like, man, I wanna try this character, I wanna try this character. Next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? Next thing you know, it's 2 in the morning. Why? Because the game is fun and it sucks you in and it's so enjoyable and it's everything that you want in a game. It is everything you want in a new interjection into an old type play style, and you just want something new, and they did it. This is your boy Big Doula here at the Lorekings. Watch, like, comment, subscribe. Also, because of my love of Overwatch, we now have LK Overwatch, another YouTube channel that's going to be dedicated to how-tos, tips. You know, the whole Lorekings team is getting on board. We're producing our first game channel now that we're moving along. I know some of you have seen the website. The website's under construction. We've been having some problems with that. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it to you here in the next couple of weeks. This is your boy, Big Dula, here signing off. Peace.